The Republic of South Africa, a 1.2 million square kilometer nation located at the southernmost tip of the African continent, rich in mineral and natural resources, culture and diversity, innovation, and notably, tourism. Lots and lots of tourism. From exclusive safaris to beautiful beaches, high-end shopping to world-class dining experiences. With all the above being mentioned, who wouldn't want to be here? The world is imperfect, South Africa included. To an advantage, there's a disadvantage. In this country's case, it's plagued with unemployment and economic inequality, political uncertainty and corruption, housing crisis and land reform, racial and social tensions, and much more. Despite all the issues I've mentioned, some see opportunity in the country, and that's a fair presumption. As we quote the Art of War book, in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Let's take the Cape Independence Advocacy Group, or CIAG, that was formed in 2020. According to their website, this advocacy group was formed as a single-issue political pressure group promoting Cape independence, more specifically, the Western Cape independence. The Western Cape is a South African province situated on the southernmost part of the country, with coasts bordering the Indian and Atlantic Oceans. The province has stunning beaches, breathtaking mountains, and notably, winelands and the surrounding towns of Stellenbosch, Franschhoek, and Paarl. The CIAG isn't the only independence advocacy group in South Africa. There's CapeXIT too, that seeks to impose a referendum on the Western Cape so they can build a secure, prosperous new nation, eliminate poverty, unemployment, and more matters. But just like the CIAG, they need 1.6 million signatures. CapeXIT disclosed it only has around 800,000 signatures, roughly half of the required 1.6 million signatures to call a referendum, while CIAG claimed it had 68%, which we assume is of the 1.6 million in 2023, which is roughly 1,088,000 signatures. A referendum is a general vote on a political question, if you weren't aware. Now we need to get into the controversy and backlash of these two organizations. Firstly, the location. The Western Cape is home to Robben Island, a historical monument that housed anti-apartheid political activists, among those being Nelson Mandela, South Africa's first democratically elected black president from 1994 and 1999. Why am I mentioning this? It's not like the CIAG or CapeXIT promote racial division. No, but both these organizations underline their desire to get away from the ruling African National Congress, or ANC. That's understandable. The party has had its fair share of faults since democracy in its 30-year rule. That's part of the reason the party hasn't had support in the Western Cape for years. Just bear in mind, that's still the party that played a crucial role in ending racial segregation and inequality in South Africa. With no history, there's no future. It's insensitive. The story gets deeper than what I've scratched the surface on, but that's not today's topic, so let's get back on track. I want to discuss the two advocacy groups' initiatives to give a better life for all, with the earlier mentioned building a secure and prosperous new nation, eliminate poverty and unemployment, eliminate racism and discrimination, eliminate the current tax system, eliminate crime and substance abuse, raise the standard of education, give power to all communities. There's no broadcasted plan for all of this. Who's to say they will do all of this, if they were to win the referendum? Why not let the Western Cape Governing Democratic Alliance and other potential parties handle this? Let's take a look at the CIAG's objectives, listed as follows. Secure provincial referendum on Western Cape independence, secure a leave vote in the referendum, raise international awareness. Securing a provisional referendum on Western Cape independence is viewed as a deranged idea by most, due to the 1. Economic inequality and unemployment, especially in urban centers and more rural or disadvantaged communities like townships. The high unemployment figures, primarily among the youth, worsen these challenges. This leads on to our second point, crime and public safety. The economic inequalities and unemployment plays a key role in crime and public safety throughout the province, more especially the Western Cape's capital and areas of Cape Town. The city notably has issues of organized crime, including gang violence and property crimes. This impacts citizens' quality of life and brings challenges for law enforcement and security groups. Moving to our third point, political and administrative tensions. As mentioned minutes ago, the Western Cape is governed by the Democratic Alliance political party, locally and provincially. But national authority comes from the ANC. This tends to lead to conflicts over resource allocation and policy priorities, affecting long-term development strategies. This is why some may believe Cape independence is the solution to get away from the ANC. This advocacy group and secessionist movement group wants to secure or leave votes in the referendum on Western Cape independence, yet barely have relation to understanding to the mentioned struggles and disparities that majority in the Western Cape go through. Who qualifies to be part of this independence? Is it just people born or residing down there? What about people there for work or business, but travel from other provinces? Imagine the bureaucracy, or in simpler terms, the admin that other provinces would have to deal with when doing business or trading with the Western Cape as an independent country. Say they do secure this leave vote somehow. They still have to come up with a plan to implement these visions and objectives that 10 to 30-year-old political parties have been battling to address. Don't get me wrong, the DA has been doing its part down there. It's beautiful, but it will always have work to do. The Cape independence transition will take forever, and if it doesn't work out, imagine how much longer it would take to reinstate all the systems taken apart. The notable co-founder of CIAG, Paul Craig, is a British-born activist and politician who has been residing in South Africa for just over 2 decades. He is also the founder of the Referendum Party, a party that strongly follows in CIAG's initiatives for Cape independence. Now here's the kicker. Paul Craig isn't even a South African citizen, yet in his 2-decade stay, he knows what South Africa needs. People know him through controversy and most don't relate to his beliefs, influences, policies, leadership, and track record. Painting this portrait of the Cape of Good Hope, an independent, non-racial, first world, sovereign state on Africa's southern tip, providing a better life for all who live there, regardless of their race, religion, or culture, a catalytic beacon of excellence and hope in Southern Africa, sounds like an individual, far-fetched dream project. Now I'm going to get to the point of international awareness, media awareness, and political lobbying, which the CIAG mentioned on their website. Political lobbying is a way of saying seeking influence on a political issue. Breaking away from ANC rule is relatable to some, but seeking to meet with 47th United States President Donald Trump is dangerous, considering the extremely volatile relationship between the United States and South Africa at the moment. Israel-Palestine stances, shelved HIV/AIDS prevention initiatives, executive orders condemning land reforms, ambassadorial tensions, and possibly more coming. Lobbying in the United States and getting support from them could risk potential invasion on South Africa. CIAG isn't the only one using security-risking lobbying methods. Afriforum, a South African civil rights advocacy group for the Afrikaner community, with focused issues being on land reform, language rights, and anti-affirmative action, have been criticized heavily recently. Afriforum have been attempting to build international networks. Notably, they recently had a trip to the United States to meet with, in their words, some of America's most powerful politicians to advocate for minority rights, cultural preservation, criticism of post-apartheid policies, and most importantly, for the US to impose sanctions on the ANC government. Now listen to this. CapeXIT heavily supports secessionist initiatives, which simply means the action of withdrawing formally from membership of a federation or body, especially a political state. CapeXIT made examples on their website. Ireland seceded from UK, Austria seceded from Germany, Belgium seceded from Netherlands, Texas seceded from Mexico, and more. I mean, the confidence in this organization is absurd. These examples are not the same as South Africa. Wanting to take an entire province, change its government, currency, and basically wipe out its history and start a new country isn't the way to go about it. That's exactly why the citizens and political activists fought against apartheid. South Africa has a mixed economy, incorporating elements of both capitalism and government intervention. Working on this, and its fault, has been bringing improvements to the country for 3 decades. It's not perfect, and no country will ever be. Continuing doing so, working together, finding more solutions with more strictness and accountability will do the job. We'll have to see how this all plays at national and provincial level. As a viewer, What do you think about it? We value your opinion. Comment down below. There should be videos on your screen. Feel free to subscribe and select the next one you'd like to watch, or browse our vast catalogue on our channel page. Thank you for watching. Cheers everyone.